So to introduce myself, my name is Azim. I have done graduation in psychology and I do hypnotherapy. So today we will discuss something about emotional healing. What do you think about emotional healing? Any ideas? Is there any necessity to do healing of emotions? To get to the root of the problem, yeah. To get clear? Okay, Can you hear me? Is it clear now? Okay. अच्छा. So in emotional healing, the purpose or the benefit of emotional healing is it is a tested and proven system for overcoming limiting behavior, negative feelings and destructive thoughts, while strengthening skills, boosting performance, learning to love and improving all dimensions of our life. You all know about hypnotism? What they do in hypnotism? Huh? Induce sleep. Okay. Then? Go back to the past life. What else they do? Okay, what is hypnotherapy or hypno healing? Can you all do hypnotism? No? I can teach you how to do hypnotism today. Okay, all of you raise your hands. Not everyone raising. Raise your hands. Okay. So hypnotism or hypnotherapy, hypno healing, it is nothing but you say something and the other person respond to it without any resistance. Even in our day-to-day communication, we practice hypnotism. So hypnotism is nothing like you go into trance and you forget yourself, reveal something which you don't want. Okay? So hypnotism, hypnotherapy, they don't do that. It's only misconceptions that when we are hypnotized, we reveal something which we don't want. But in reality, hypnotism or hypnotherapy, what we generally do, we try to explain or reveal, speak to the client, and the client accepts it without any resistance. Like you say something to your colleagues or your children, and if they are doing it immediately without any resistance, then you are hypnotizing your child. But if the child doesn't want to follow your instruction, then he is not under hypnotism. He is not hypnotized. So why I'm saying this? In emotional healing, we have to either listen to our own ideas, own intuitions without any resistance. We should be willing to change our self, our negative beliefs. And doctors say all types of disease are They never say all types, they say 90 to 95% of diseases are psychosomatic. Psychosomatic means they are connected with mind, connected with thought, it is connected with stress. But generally hypnotherapists and who are under spiritual line, who practice spirituality, they say not just 90 or 95%, even 100% of all types of diseases are connected with the mind. If we consider our past lives, past birth, okay, we can say 100% of all diseases are psychosomatic. Since most of the doctors, they don't believe in past birth or they don't have practical proof for past lives, they say 90 to 95%. Otherwise, we can say 100% of all diseases are connected with the mind, thoughts. So what is thoughts? Where these thoughts exist? Where this thought exists? In the mind. Okay. So we divide mind into conscious mind and subconscious mind. But before going to mind, let us see about the personality. How many type of personality we have? Or how do we form our personality? Kinds of? Based on the profession, then? Do all of us have the same personality or different personality? Different. But what Baba says, according to Baba, do we have different personality? Huh? According to Baba, what Baba says, do we have different personality or we all have the same personality? Huh? Action and creation. Okay. So what is our original personality? Is it different or same? Okay. So the original personality, we all have the same personality. Then how come we say our personalities are different? On what basis? How we create our individual personality? Okay. Depends upon how we respond, and the profession, the action, reaction. So what psychologists say? What psychologists say about personality? It consists of 3 factors. What are those 3 factors? What it can be? Huh? Situations, then? So what the psychologists say, we have personality based on 3 factors. One is psychological factor. Second, biological. And third is social. Any personality is created based on these 3 main factors. In psychological term, we can also say psycho, bio and social factors. Psychological means the way how we think. how we take information. And biological, it depends upon our genes, the thought patterns what we carry from our parents, and it depends upon even our physical structure. And third is the social factors. It depends upon the type of parents we had, the surrounding, the family environment, okay, and the schools, colleges where we studied, and the place where we live. It all depends upon, comes under the social factors. So this personality, it is nothing but it is created by these three factors. So what we can say, these factors are how we create our personality. What do we do? How we are creating our personality, different personalities? We are learning. Okay? So psychologists say personality, it is nothing but it is a learned behavior. Okay. So if it is something what we have learned, and if you want to change, if I want to change something what I had learned, or if I want to relearn, is it possible or not? And the learning, is it always right, or even I can learn in a wrong way? Wrong way also we can learn. So whatever it is learned, any learned behavior or whatever we have learned, we can change, we can relearn. Okay? So any type of personality, we cannot say this is my habit, or this is my personality, or it is his personality. Anytime we can change our personality. We cannot blame anyone saying that he is always angry, or I am always like this, or he is always like that. He cannot change. Because personality is a learned behavior, any point of time we can change our habits, sanskars, behavior. That's how the psychology, there is a huge vast subject, psychology. You know the meaning of psychology? Study of mind. What is its original meaning? I think in Greek, they say psycho means soul. Okay? So psychology is nothing but science of soul. But since the doctors are not aware of the soul, they have made it science of mind. But even otherwise, Baba says, where is the mind exist? It is in our soul. So whether it is a science of mind or science of soul, ultimately we are learning about our own self. So it's not only spirituality, even psychology, it helps us change our behavior, personality, and improve our overall personality. Okay. So how this personality is connected with emotional healing? How it is connected with emotional healing, personality? We know that personality is created by these three factors, psycho and biosocial, and these three factors are nothing but it's a learned behavior. And how the learning takes place? How we learn? Or in other words, although there are three types, psycho, biosocial, even this biological, social, what is that common thing exists in all these three? Huh? How we imbibe these qualities? How we are affected by the social factors, biological factors, even psychological, where this process takes place? Huh? Okay. See, ultimately these three are nothing but it happens in our mind. The mind is the one which processes the information. So how many types of mind we can say? How many mind we have? The psychologists define mind as the one which processes information, the thoughts, and it can be divided into conscious and subconscious mind. So what is the subconscious mind or conscious mind? They say conscious mind is 12% of the mind is known as conscious mind, and 88% of the mind can be called as subconscious mind. The roles, relationship, the responsibilities, the day-to-day routine, what we follow, it all exists in the conscious mind, which is only just 12%. This mind can be compared with an iceberg. You all know about iceberg? The most part of the ice, the portion of the iceberg will be immersed in the sea, it will not be visible. And only the small portion will be visible outside. Similarly, the knowledge of our own personality, about our own self, the conscious mind knows only about 12%. And remaining 88% is there in the subconscious level. Most of the time the conscious mind or our own self is not aware of what exists within the subconscious level. And sometimes we think we plan to do something and it never takes place. We want to get up in the morning to do Amrit Vela, to do yoga, but sometimes it never takes place. We plan, we try to achieve something, but we are not able to do it. And the conscious mind may not understand the reason why I am not able to do it. Because the main reason rests inside the subconscious level, in the subconscious mind, which is 88%, which is hidden from the conscious level. So if you want to understand our own self, if you want to succeed in our life, we should know ourselves, we should understand our own self in a better way. And for that we have to understand what all experience we have, what all experience that are present in the subconscious level we should understand. But how do we know that? And what is the necessity? Why do we have to know what is there in our subconscious level? Anyone can say, why do we have to know what is there in our subconscious level? Or why do we have to understand better about our own self? What is the necessity? To overcome something which is blocking us, to improve our own self. Okay? And ultimately, as a Baba's child, what we have to do? What Baba wants from us? Where do we have to go? From this personality, this learned behavior, from this learned behavior, where we have to reach? To reach our original virtues, original sanskars, to become Bap Saman, to equal like him. So we have to imbibe, or we have to find out our original nature, original qualities. So to reach our original nature, to emerge our natural qualities, what we have to do? We have to get rid of the learned personality. The learned personality which is not matching with our original personality. But to get rid of it, we have to identify from where we have learned it. What is the source? Unless we find out the root cause of it, we will not be able to change ourselves. Like the type of sanskars, getting angry, irritation, becoming fearful, afraid. So all these things, there are root cause within our subconscious level. It's not just these emotions, even the diseases, the various symptoms, what we experience, what we have in our body. What are the symptoms we generally have in our body? How it affects us? In the form of diseases. The symptoms, what is appearing in our body, we call them as disease. It is a discomfort. So from where this discomfort has appeared? What are its cause? Okay. I'll tell you something, how this disease, discomfort appear in our body. How many types of body we have, do you know? How many bodies we have? How many? There are 4 types of body. First is mental. You can call it as mental level or mental body. And second is emotional. Third is subtle or light body. And fourth is physical. So we have 4 types of body, or we can say 4 levels we have. So any symptoms or any disease, before it appears in our physical body, it has to pass through these 3 different levels. And the first one is the mental level. So any type of discomfort, disease, what we find in our physical body, first it is in the form of thought. And from the thought level, it becomes emotional level. How it transfers to emotional level? What is the difference between a thought and emotion? How you can define emotion in a simple way? What is the difference between soul conscious and body conscious? Okay. Okay. In very simple way, we can also say, when your mind and body is disturbed by any thought, if either your mind or body gets disturbed, we can call it as emotion. Okay? And as long as it is a thought level, as long as you are in a soul conscious level, it is not going to affect you. But once it becomes an emotion, then what it does, it creates some blockages in our subtle body, a body of light. And because of these blockages, we have symptoms in the physical body. So any symptoms, the root cause, it is in the thought level. In this picture you can find, so it's like you may have a thought like,